I promised y'all I was going to do my best to keep y'all up to date with this 50 Cent, Marlon Wayans beef that all started after Marlon Wayans was asked about what he thought about the 50 Cent Diddy documentary on Netflix. And Marlon responded basically saying that, it's easy to take a bunch of clips and put them together to create a narrative. And just because you do that does not mean that it's true. And that 50 Cent is taking advantage of Diddy while he's down on his luck and kick a man while he's down. Those are his exact words, okay? So they've been going back and forth on social media, posting pictures of each other. We have this picture of Marlon Wayans that 50 shared. And the crazy thing about this is Marlon's the actual comedian in this whole situation. But Marlon is posting up Photoshop pictures of 50 while 50 is just taking actual pictures of Marlon that he himself took and posting them on social media. Marlon seems like he's not going to be letting up, but he recently just posted up this video.
All right, so I'm going to make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defending Diddy. I am here because I got dragged into this because somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject, period. I'm not here defending Diddy. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. This is my point. So please look at the whole clip that I did and then look what happens with the narrative. And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all people don't be sheep. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, your freedom of speech, and don't ever let nobody bully you. Never. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this troll.
Now, once again, my thing about this is he keeps using the word narrative as if the stories and events are falsified. Marlon was asked his opinion about the documentary, yes. And all he has to do is say, I didn't see it. But instead, he took it a step further by saying, well, just because someone takes a bunch of stories and puts them together doesn't make it true. And 50 Cent is kicking a man while he's down on his luck. That is not a narrative. That is the direct words that came out of your mouth. And it trips me out when celebrities always say, like, yes, there are times where you see a clip of something and somebody's talking about something and all you see is that clip. And so then that clip goes viral and you think that they're making a point that they didn't actually make. But there's not a whole lot of context missing in just that clip of what Marlon Wayans said. Not only that, but he said it on two different radio shows. He said it on Big Boy's Neighborhood and he said it on the other radio show. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that's the one that I posted. And in both of those clips, by him saying what he's saying, that, oh, anybody can just take a narrative and create it and make you think that it's true, but it doesn't mean that it's true. It sounds like you're defending Diddy, because not once in that response did you give room for the possibility that the accounts given in the documentary were true. Not once did you insinuate Diddy could actually be guilty. You said stuff might not be true. And how would you know if you didn't actually watch the documentary in the first place anyway? So basically, you created a narrative of something that you didn't watch. It would be different if he said, well, I didn't watch the documentary, but, who knows if it's true or not? I mean, just because you take these stories and put them together doesn't make it true. It also could actually be true. We don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see it, but Diddy's doing his time. And if he is guilty of these things, then he needs to be doing his time. Like, you didn't leave it neutral. You made it sound like you was on Diddy's side. But the interesting thing about all of this, and this is not a Crank Lucas thing, this is what's going around, is that we know that Marlon has a son who came out as LGBTQ, JFK, MSNBC. And around that time, Marlon been kind of like taking these kinds of pictures, in support of that community. It's nothing wrong with supporting the community, but it just seems like there's an agenda going on. He's going a little harder. And he just did that movie, Him, which is some weird, satanic, demonic. I watched the movie. Visually, it looked great, but narratively, cinematically, it sucked. I mean, it was like a a metaphorical movie. I like metaphorical movies, but that joint was just nah. It really wasn't all that good. But was that him taking that oath? I don't know. So you got him allegedly doing this movie where and they do it right in your face once you play that role. Sometimes I'm not saying that's what happened with him, because I don't want to create a narrative, but sometimes when you do that, it's like that's him taking that oath, and now you're supporting this community, and now you doubling down and tripling down on keeping your options open to support Diddy. You're saying you're not defending Diddy. Well, if you are insinuating that the things said in the documentary might not be true, then what is it that you would even be defending Diddy from if you don't think he did it? You get what I'm saying? That documentary was talks with the jurors from the court case, the end results of the court case. Like, this is what actually happened in court. And then the people that were interviewed in the documentary were also, not all of them, but they were also in the court case itself. So again, where is this word narrative coming from? As if it's a story that's not, this is what's out here. A lot of this stuff has already been known. So I don't know. His whole stance, he's talking where, although he's saying he's not defending Diddy, he still isn't acknowledging or making room for the fact, or making room for the possibility, that Diddy could actually be guilty of these terrible acts. And it comes off weird because the way he's doing it, like with all the zesty stuff that he's been kind of involved in, like, I don't know. Y'all think he's about to go shopping at Zest Buy? I don't know, man. Let me know what you think in the comments section.
NBA Youngboy, Future.
I'm gonna go Future because Future has
All
hits.
right. Future 50 Cent.
50. Look at the evil in 50.
And he'll do a
Curtis
documentary
is
on
evil.
you.
That is evil. He CGI me. In puffy parties
With the baby oil on you.
rubbing people with the baby oil.
Right.
I like 50's music. I think 50 has some hits. But if I'm gonna sit down and just play, I'm gonna go with Future.
Future.
You got a business, you got a brand, you got music. Nobody knows you exist and you need exposure. DM me or email me right now, bookingcranklucas@gmail.com to get the exposure that you need, and I will share your content on my platform. I got 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I got 450,000 followers on Instagram. I have the audience that you need to get your content in front of. And right now, I'm running the holiday special, so you can get all this exposure for the low. Hit me up right now. I got you.